Hello, this is a quick demo of using the area maps for the Christmas bird count. This is at the CSCBC Maps, Colorado Springs Christmas Bird Count Maps. It's a Google website. Um, the first thing is a quick description of the functionality, and then a map that has links, hotspots to all the different areas, and then a listing with the names. So there's a couple ways to get at it. Um, let's just go to an area. As you mouse over it, you'll see the area number show up. 14B, 14B, 1B, etc. If you click on 12A, which is Manitou Springs, it takes you to a Google Maps page. Notice it's the same. It's not in a new window. It's in the same tab, same window. And you click on the area, and you get a description of its boundaries. Circle count perimeter on the west, Highway 24 on the north, etc., etc. And then you can print either using this print function or your browser's print function. Depending on your browser, it can vary a little bit what functions are provided. And we'll use click the one on the Google Maps page. And from here you can zoom in to get it full as possible. You can enter notes here. Notes to myself, and down below is the descriptions. Then go print, and there you have it. Now you can print it. If there's more than one page, you can say print, page 1 and 3, or you can just say all, which most of the time it'll probably just be one page. You can go black and white. And again, this is going to vary with different browsers and different printers, what your options are here. So you'll have to play with yours to figure out what works best. I'm going to cancel the print. Notice it opened it up in a new tab. I'm just going to kill that tab and go back to the main window, which is this. Now, while I'm here, show you a couple options on Google Maps. Terrain view. If you're in map view, you have an option of terrain view, and you can which turns on your topographic data. And this is useful because, for instance, on this you can see that the boundary runs up this ridge line, okay, and across over to the Crystal Park Road, and then down to Ruxton Creek, and following the circle count perimeter back to Highway 24. So that can be useful. If it's still a little confusing and you have Google Earth installed on your browser, it might be default these days, I'm not sure. You'll get a 3D view, a 3D aerial view, and you can browse around and see exactly what the boundaries lie. For instance, here's Highway 24, here's the Red Rocks area. It cuts around this private property along just over the ridge, along the ridge, and cuts along, and here's that ridge it cuts up. You have to get used to driving this. I'm using the shift key and the control key to be able to do this. Like I say, you'll have to play with it. So it goes up this ridge, then hits the road there. So that can help you identify sections better if you're not sure where the boundaries actually lie. So go back to map view. Now, at this point, I can go back using the browser button to the CSCBC maps, or I can go to an index map, a Google Maps index map for the southwest region. And the reason it's divided into three is because the Google Maps just can't display all of them at one time on one page. So I broke them out into three areas, three regions. And from there, then you could select, for instance, the Red Rock. Again, you come, a pop-up, the information pop-up comes up, and then there's the link to Area 12B, which is Red Rock Canyon Open Space. I want to show you something here. Satellite view, again, is useful. In this case, the southern boundary is not along a road or a ridge, and what we did instead was picked pretty much an east-west line. This is the Intamin Trail coming from section 16, going around this way to Crystal Hills, and this trail, this spur trail taken off, is down to Red Rocks Canyon. So if you're birding in this area, you know that when you get to this and go south, you're now in the section 16 area and not in this area anymore. So it'll help you find where you're at when you're out there in the woods. So go back to map view, scroll out. I'm using my mouse button here to scroll out. You could also use the plus and minus keys. So going back to the southwest index map, we can also go to the other areas. The north, this is the north index map. It says click the red square below. Click on that, up comes the info box and a link to the north areas, and from which we can get to any of those areas. So there's the Garden of the Gods area. Click on it, we can go back to the north index map. Click on the southeast link, and there's the areas in the southeast. Go to that one. And this is a case where, again, where satellite view can help identify just exactly where that boundary lies. If you look at it, here's Main Street in whatever that is, Wide Field of Security. It comes out, there's this little road. Then it comes down, hits the creek, follows the creek around, and it cuts off. So, and there's some buildings here which you might be able to see, maybe not because of these trees, and identify when you come to the end of an area. Going back to map view, scroll out. Now if you wanted to get back to the CBC site, there's several links in between since you've left there. So on the Chrome browser, I can just look at the history of where I've been and go back to Colorado Springs CBC maps. So again, on this map, this index, this is a link right to the index map. So if you just want to work in Google Maps, there you are. So I'm going to go back. And down below, a little more description of the index maps, and like I said, a link, straight link. Now when you use these links, it acts a little different. Notice that it's come up in a new web page. So you still have this one there if you want it. So it has all the names and numbers for you if you want to look something up. So either way works, and once you're here, it's just the same. So that's the quick tutorial. I hope it helps, and enjoy birding.